it was probably natural for the movement to grow out of the church.
Pastor Eddie Davis has been the pastor of Little Zion Baptist Church in Blythewood for 41 years. He says during the civil rights movement, the church was the heartbeat of the African American community.
During that period of time, the community was built on three pillars: the family, the church, and the schools. And the church was central to our gathering and discussions concerning just about anything that was going on in the community.
Pastor Davis says he recalls standing up for justice during the movement.
Well, it took courage because the atmosphere of the nation was tremendously violent and against the African American community speaking out. And so you had to be bold enough to take a stand for what was right.
Pastor Davis says during the time of segregation, it was difficult for African Americans to feel heard and appreciated, so church was the place where they felt noticed.
That's where you looked for solutions to social problems. That was the only place that community could go, and we expected our religious leaders to have answers to some of the social questions. And so it was natural then for the community to galvanize around a pastor.
He says this is one of the many reasons the church rallied around a then prominent reverend called Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Hey, you can't preach the gospel without dealing with social issues. You know, that's what we're dealing with, the culture and some of the problems and issues that we deal with as people, general, all over the world, comes from our culture. And so the church has to meet that challenge because a lot of the cultural issues is in conflict with what we believe as Christians.
Dr. King used the Bible to demonstrate the importance of righteousness, justice, and the sanctity of life.
He was actually not more than a social leader, or we like to call him a drum major for justice, but he was also a general that was leading an army, you know, into battle without any weapons to fight with except love, peace, courage, faith, and commitment.
Pastor Davis says as a leader, he knows that Dr. King would have mixed feelings about the state of our nation.
And one of the things that I think that he would be displeased with is the dissolution of the family. See, the family structure has basically fallen apart, and that's why we see so much trouble and struggle in our communities.
Pastor Davis says he's forever grateful to Dr. King for his courageous spirit.
To be frank with you, had he not stood up and fought the way that he did, we wouldn't be the people that we are right now.
Pastor Davis says although times have changed, the church still remains the light of the community.
Now, the church is not a building. It is the people that worship God, that have been delivered from their sins and who proclaim Jesus Christ as Lord. We make up the church. The building is just a building.
Stay up to date with this story and more. Subscribe to our Watch Fox YouTube page. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell to never miss an update.